this story, which I think was given as a gift for me somehow to give to other people, was the story of my mother's death. Because, she and I did not get along well. She actually fit, in a certain way, nearly the definition of a narcissist. That the self-interest was so great, there was not much left for other people. And I was sort of like an appliance. I should do well and marry a Jewish doctor, and this would reflect well on her. Didn't matter what I wanted to do, mattered what she wanted to do. So we didn't get along well. And this went on till the moment of her death. And to cut to that story, I was sitting at her deathbed with my son Justin. It was difficult. We'd had a difficult time, and there hadn't been a healing. And sometimes you hope, well, gee, someone's on their deathbed, you'll have a healing. There hadn't been. But he loved his grandmother. There's that old saying that why grandparents and grandchildren love each other is that they have a common enemy. And that was really kind of true with us. But he got into her bed and he sang songs to her, and he told her stories of how she had really made his life better. Very specific stories of times when he'd felt lost and she had been able to comfort him or love him or something like that. And then finally she falls into her last sleep, and he and I are keeping the deathbed vigil, and we're sitting on opposite sides of the bed, and suddenly I have like totally weird experience, and that is I feel something shift, but it's not the falling asleep kind of shifting, but I have a vision. And I know this sounds like weird, but it's not a dream. In a way, all I can say is it felt realer than you and I feel sitting here right now. And the vision I had was that I was a pregnant mother giving birth, but I was also the baby being born, and I was just one mind in two bodies. And suddenly I had this absolute insight. My God is a case of multiple personality disorder. It's one mind in all these different bodies. And then as the baby being born, I came out into the light, just like my patients with near-death experiences used to tell me. And it was just total love, total mercy. And the amazing thing was what I got from being in this loving light was the light was both impersonal, but very personal. It knew me, and it knew all the rotten stuff I'd done and the ways in which I'd been unkind, and it loved me anyhow. It was like a cheering section. It was like such complete mercy. I can't even begin to describe the mercy and the love. And I had a life review of my life with my mother, like scenes from the life of difficulties, and I saw them in a different light, and suddenly they were wonderful. And finally it was over. I opened my eyes, but my vision is half a click off, and it's like your physics professor would say, everything's made of energy, looks solid, but it isn't. It's energy. And everything was made of life and light and energy. And I look at Justin, my son. He's sitting across the now dead body of my mother. And he says, the room is filled with light. Can you see it? I said. And he says, it's Grandma's last gift. She's holding open the door to eternity so that we can have a glimpse.